Sua William Seal.
Alofa.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I apologise in advance for launching my canoe into the middle of this debate. I feel the sails of my canoe have been opened up because of the passion and the spirit, and I think for the genuine desire by all members of the House to contribute to this debate. I stand to give a perspective from my Samoan eyes into this debate. I support wholeheartedly the effort that has gone into this bill. I support all and any effort to protect the Te Reo Māori. And I do so from that perspective because we have a connection to Māori, and as Pacific peoples, we also value ensuring that our languages are protected and passed on to the next generation. It's their heritage. We call it a mea sina, something that is sacred, something that is a gift from God. This is language. But also the connections for Samoa is that of the names that were mentioned earlier by other speakers, Apirana Ngata, Maui Pomare, because it were those elders that came to the aid of some of our ancestors who were imprisoned in Mount Eden in the days when New Zealand administered Samoa. So for those reasons, I'm moved to say and convey a contribution to this debate. I've listened to Minister Finlayson convey his remarks on the proposal that's put forward by Nanaia Mahuta, the Honourable Nanaia Mahuta, my colleague, about the need for an apology. Yes, and I accept that there's probably a lot of work gone into it, but I'm going to ask, an apology is so important before we can move on in unison. And I'll tell you why. When New Zealand administered Samoa, there was a time when the New Zealand administration sent teachers to Samoa and taught Pōkarekareana, Māori language, to Samoan students. You know, we feel quite strongly also they were in the wrong.
It was a good song.
It was a good song, but it was so out of place. There was an understanding as if we did not have our language. Now I'm aware, and we don't need to go into the detail at this point in time, I'm aware of the injustices that took place when you have powers of that time trying to control things around this region. And so an apology is important. Whenever there has been an argument, and I suggest to this House, if you've had an argument with your partner, wife, or whoever, you cannot move forward until you say those words, I'm sorry. And it is those words that have a healing effect if we are going to get things right. I want to give a warning to the Minister Te Reo Māori. You know, our time in this House is fleeting, Minister, with all due respect.
Kia ora, kia ora.
And you are now in the seat of Minister that has all the powers of the national government to be able to make things happen. When you are no longer in that seat, you will have missed the opportunity. The reason why I'm so proud about the fact that we're talking and debating the need to protect and ensure that Māori language is sustained throughout all centuries into the future, because when we travel as representatives of Aotearoa New Zealand, and the nation of Samoa know this, the first words I try to speak are Te Reo Māori, because there is no other country other than New Zealand of where Te Reo Māori is lost. You know, we all speak English. It's difficult to undertake the karanga in English. It feels like welcome, welcome. There's just, you know, there just isn't the spirit and heart when you do, come on in, come on in. You can only say come on in a certain time. There is no spirit, there's no heart in it. And so I'm appealing to Minister Te Reo Māori. I think irrespective of our political alignments on this particular issue, this is an issue that unifies New Zealand. This is and I agree with some of my colleagues. Māori are the caretakers or the guardians of the language. But I think if we are guardians of the language, we need to make sure, in order for it to be protected, that it is given out to everybody else. I am proud, Mr. Chairman.